Well, this is the final video reading we haven't got a small bit to go, reading the Prologos to the Iphigeneia of Tauris. And Pylades and Orestes have given up the idea of trying to break into the temple because it's surrounded by high walls, and they're debating about what they should do. And so they decide perhaps it might be better to go back to the ship and to hide themselves and then come back later to find some other way in. And we got up to this little section here. So he says, whenever, hotan, hote plus an plus subjunctive, so whenever the eye of dark night might come, reading top here, one must dare, i.e. we must dare to take the polished statue from the temple, bringing to bear all contrivances. So by whatever means we can. Hora, which is imperative. See, so look, aso inside the triglyphs. Now these couple of lines again are obelized in some editions. The grammar's a little bit loose here. So so see inside the triglyphs, hopoi, where. Now, kenon means empty, so we have to understand there is an empty space. Kathenai, from kathiemi, to let down our body, and that is to let ourselves down. So this is an alternative to trying to scale the walls and so on with ladders. He says, see, there is a space, there is an empty space in between the triglyphs where we might let ourselves down. And then we have a couple of rather funny nomic statements which you often get in the end of speeches in Greek plays. Hagathoi is from hoi agathoi. From hoi agathoi. So it means something like the brave. So for the brave, tolmasin dare tus ponus, or the ordeals. But dailoi, cowards, literally, are nothing nowhere. So the brave will dare exploits or ordeals, but literally the cowards are nothing anywhere. Double negatives don't cancel in Greek. So another way of saying this, the cowards count for nothing. Might be a way of translating that into English. Utoi macron men elthomen. It is so we get a men here, and I'm not sure there's any others of debt down here that goes with it on the next line. So this line is, again, these two lines are possibly corrupt, and in some editions these are part of Pylades' speech, which sort of makes a little bit more sense. So the sense of it is, we have not come on such a long journey. Now kope is with our oar, or by means of our oar, so that is by ship. So we have not come on this long journey by ship. Ek termaton, that, well, various ways of translating that, that at the end of it, or you could say perhaps short of our goal. It's not, the grammar's not very clear here. Ek termaton, literally from the endings, so at the end of it. Iromen, from iro, we take up again, noston, a return voyage. So the sense is clear, but the grammar's a little bit odd here, and again these lines may be part of Pylades' speech, because Orestes then says, for you have spoken well, and another verbal adjective, this is from patho, so one must obey, one must be persuaded, one must obey. Kore creon, with a nice sound here, crayon, crayon, for it is necessary, understand for us, korein, to retreat, to go, wherever chthonios in the land. Krupsanti is a dual participle from krupto, having hidden our body, again singular for plural, so having hidden ourselves. Leisomen, again, is from lanthano. We might escape notice. So we ought to retreat to some part of the land, wherever in the land, having hidden ourselves, we might escape notice. Now again, there's more recent editors have changed things a little bit, so genesomai is been changed to genesetai is taken as genesomai in some modern editors, which makes it a lot easier. Taking the genesomai, it will mean I will not be responsible for the oracle of the god, taking top with desvaton, to fall akreston, to fall without being fulfilled. Now that doesn't quite work, because that would then have to be nominative here. So reading it as it is, it will mean something like the responsibility, or the part taken by the god will not be responsible. So taking this as neuter and taking the top here, taking all this phrase together, so the part taken by the god will not be responsible, so that the god will not allow his oracle, pesein from pipto, infinitive, to fall unfulfilled. Another verbal adjective, tolmeteon, one must dare, so i.e. we must dare. Moktaska udes, for, again, these prologues and these speeches often end with some nomic statement, which is what this is. So tois neoisi, so for the young, no task literally carries an excuse. So for the young, there's no task which can be excused. So literally, for the young, no task carries an excuse. There is no excuse for the young. And that is the end of the prologue to the Iphigenia in Tauris.